external. I'm going to do internal first. So the whole point of this is when I get to the end, I want to shift this. I basically can only create a tangent from the center here. But what I want is I really want a tangent across the line of center and the same equal distance. So I want to shift this down, but first thing I have to do is shift it up. And so this shifting, the key point right here, is going to be this little radius. So that's what I need to add on to the radius for that general circle. So the first thing I'm going to do is draw some line, just so I can copy the radiuses down. And then I'm going to measure out the radii for both of these. So there's the first one, start from the end point and mark it. That's going to be radius A. And then same thing, I'm going to measure the smaller one. That's going to be radius B. And the reason I'm going to add them is because I want to add this radius onto here. So now I take the full distance. That's going to be the full distance around circle A. And the reason I'm adding it on is because I eventually want to shift it down so that it touches here and here. So I'm going to make it through the center so that I can shift it down. And then once I shift it down from here, it'll touch both. So I'm going to do the same construction as last test where I create a tangent off an endpoint. So I'm going to do that. I'm still going to bisect. There's my intersection. There is my center point right here. Then I take that, arc it up with the outside circle. So I really care about is that outside circle. It has to be from the outside circle. And then from that point, I'm going to connect the tangent and draw it down to center B. Now that's the distance I want for the tangent. And let's just call this point C. So I'm going to connect point C through A. And that's where the line will be tangent. So I need to keep the same distance. So I'm going to keep this distance here, copy this length, transfer it down, which is my whole goal that I wanted to do here. Arc it at this point right here. And there is my internal tangent. And I know it's my internal tangent because it crosses the line of center and it meets, we'll call this M, we'll call this N. MN is the required line because it meets at this point, goes fully across the line of center, and then touches the other side. Now, if I want an external tangent, it's going to be the same thing, except I want to shift it up. So before I shift it up, because I want it to be on the outside, I have to shift it down. And so we need to subtract the radii. So I would draw the line, figure out my full radius. It's going to be about here. Copy that up. There's the radius of A, R sub A. And then I'm going to take B, copy that. Maybe I'll copy it from here. So there's radius B. And then I can take the difference, which is what I want. There's my difference, put it in the center. And there's the center I want. Again, same process. I'm going to connect the two. Bisect. Draw it through from the center. And again, I want to shift it up. So the circle that I'm concerned about, again, you go from the midpoint, center there, is this guy right here. So I'm going to draw my tangent from here. Same thing, make it from the center. I want to take that line, shift it up, but before I do that, I need to find where to shift it up to. So we find that intersection point, we'll call this B, we'll call it C. And then I'm going to take this length, this distance right here, that's the external tangent distance, put it here, arc it there, and there's my tangent, CD. And that's it. So CD is the requirement line.